heard it, but I've heard lots about it.
It's
All right,
I
we're back.
or I'll wait until the
We're,
stream gets back on.
we're back up and running.
Alrighty. Let me. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My bad. Yo, it like our connection's kind of iffy sometimes.
yeah. But it just brought me all the way back. Oh, that's because it's the first episode still.
Yeah, I started a new one called Take Two, and there's already one person watching. Let's go. Or that might be you.
No, I just got onto it now actually.
All right, sounds good. All right, we got somebody back in here. All right.
But
Yeah, we were talking about Eminem.
oh yeah. So yeah, it's cool to see how he's gotten, he's kind of bettered his life and everything. Like I like to see it. And it's funny. Like I've liked Eminem since I found out about him when I was a young kid, and I think it's just because like I relate to him a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Like my buddy showed me him the first time when I was like 8 and 7. It's just like
yeah,
yeah, like I didn't grow up during the OG Eminem period, but like what was it fuck, what was it? Like No Love by like with Lil Wayne.
oh yeah,
I know that I still know that off by heart because I listened to that every single day. Like I loved it. It's just like growing up, we never had Wi-Fi, right? So it's just like I'd go to the mailbox, which was on the road, and on the road there was free Wi-Fi. So I'd go there.
yeah,
I'd go there, just stand there, and I'd be leaning against the
yeah.
mailboxes, and I'd be downloading Eminem songs like it was no tomorrow. Like those were the good old days.
Dude, I actually miss Lil Wayne. I remember when I was in middle school and high school, I thought he was lame as fuck. But like, it's just like I wouldn't say he was the pioneer of well, no, he definitely was the pioneer of today's rap, but he did it a lot better than like this modern shit. And there's like some stuff from today that I like, but I'll admit I'm one of those snobs that like I I don't know. I just like the older shit better. Like I don't really I like Juice World a lot. I was actually pretty sad
Yeah, me too.
when he died. I didn't really when Lil Peep died. I didn't really ever listen to him. I started listening to him after the fact, but that was like a couple years after he
I
died. I randomly that that Switchblade song, fucking Switchblades, cocaine, or
yeah,
however the fuck it
I
goes. I
don't.
like that song.
I never listened to Lil Peep. I still don't. Though, like the one song that I can say I've heard by Lil Peep was Spotlight with Marshmello, and I really like that song. Like
Yeah, dude, I got a fucking eyelash in my eye, and it's annoying the shit out of
if
me.
if I if YouTube wasn't a bitch about copyright, I would play it. But it's just like
Yeah,
if you try to play like an Eminem song on stream, you'll get strike down. Like you'll get a channel on like you get a strike on your channel. I've seen it happen. You'll get you'll get a strike on your channel, and then you won't be able to live stream for like a month. It's like that shit sucks. Like
yeah,
it's like three strikes and you're out.
yeah. And nine times out of ten, what I don't understand about all that shit is like you get a strike, and then you have to like appeal to the channel that decided to strike
Yeah,
you, and
and
it's like, why?
you can take them to court, like which is like a bit extreme,
Yeah,
but.
it's like, but that's the thing, like, especially for small content creators, like they don't have nine times out of ten, they're not gonna have the means to do that. And it's like, how are you gonna leave the option of whether something was fair use or whatever up to the person that decided to
It,
copyright
it's
strike
not even a person;
the
it's a bot.
yeah, the bot copyright strikes it, and then the company just doesn't give a shit. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, our bot said that you copyright or that you were using some shit that you weren't supposed to, so boo
You
hoo."
see, and that's the thing. We are allowed to use it. It's just they don't want people to profit off of their like music.
Yeah,
It's just like it's such bullshit because most of these streamers that are smaller like me, we don't get more than like 5 viewers in a stream. So like, what's the damage? Like, come on, bro. Just like
yeah, we're not making money off of this shit.
exactly. It's it,
Again,
it's disappointing, dude.
I don't know. I just I tried the live streaming thing for a little while, specifically on my PS4. I think I told you I used to live stream Days Gone. I enjoy that game, but I ended up getting to a part that I couldn't get past.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know we
yeah. The
talked about
horde,
that.
the horde.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First horde that it makes you take out, I couldn't get past it, and so I was
yep,
like, all right, I'm gonna take a break from the game,
yeah. They
and
make
I'll
you,
come back to it.
they make you do at least three more in the main story, and at that point, I got pissed off. Like, especially the construction one. If you thought that one you got stuck on was bad, you should have seen the
Oh, I didn't
construction
even.
one. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Hold on, I'm
literally.
gonna try something different with the lights real quick, see if it makes it less glary. It's just bugging the shit out of me. I look like a fucking Twilight character. Oh, that's awful. That's not gonna. It's probably dark as fuck now.
I see you. You're all good.
Okay, well, whatever. It's gonna be dark. Oh, wait. That's what I meant to do. There we go. That's a little better. But, but yeah, I gave up on it, and I've been meaning to get back into it, but I I don't really play on my PS4 anymore, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I still do. I recently played Hitman 2 for the first time. I didn't even get the first one. It's just like it was on PS Plus for for cheap. Or no,
Bro,
no, it was free and then I played it. It's not bad. But
so you should definitely, I mean, if you're down to, I don't know how into those games you are. I'm super into those games. Like I've been playing those games since Hitman 2 Blood Money,
what
which is still, in my opinion, Hitman 2 Blood Money is still the best Hitman game that ever came out. But these new ones, they ripped a chapter right out of that, like out of how Hitman 2 Blood Money was made. Like it's just an open world game and you get to decide how to figure out how to kill whoever you need to kill.
yeah.
And the story, you should get all three of them together because individually it's pretty short stories
Yeah.
for the game. But if you get all of them together, you get a decent. And the third one is going to be the final installment of this
It's already out.
version of Hitman. Yeah, I've played it. I played all three of them. I just
Oh shit.
finished the third one
Yeah, it's
like a
like
week or two ago.
you kill that Sierra chick with like bolting the tires loose so that like when she's racing. That's the one I did.
Yeah, yeah,
But apparently you can dress as the other racer, the guy who wins, and you can like do a drinking challenge with her, and then like you'll put something in her drink before you even set up that. Like you'll find some poison, and then you'll put it
yeah,
like in the drink, and then before you even take out the other dude and disguise as him, you can go there and challenge her to a drinking competition, and it's just like she'll drink the poison and she'll go to the bathroom to throw up, and you just go into the bathroom with her and just fucking choke her out, break her neck, and then stuff her in some fucking like closet shit.
yeah,
Like that shit.
yeah.
Like there's endless opportunities. Like I was actually surprised. I actually really enjoyed it.
And that's what's so great about the replay value of
Yeah.
that game. Like literally, I'll sit there. So it'll give you it'll tell you all the different paths that you can take on how to kill them to make it unique, you know? Because at the end of the day, if you want to, you can just fucking shoot them and then run as
Yeah.
everybody's trying to kill
That's what
you.
I did.
But
Like
but
the first time, and then
like
I got killed so
yeah,
many times. It's just like, no, this ain't worth it. I'll just do it like super Hitman esque.
yeah. But they give you, you know, sometimes they'll give you like four or five different options or four or five different ways to do it. And the way I like to do it is I'll finish the mission, and then I'll replay it, and I'll do a different way of how to kill them, you know, just to see what it's like. Hitman 2, are you finished with it? Did you beat it
Yeah, I
already?
beat it. I beat Hitman too.
So there's this one mission where you're in, I don't even know where you are. Like it looks like some shanty town in like some third world like
Oh yeah,
Hispanic country
you
or
have to
some
kill
shit. I don't.
the three
Yeah,
cartel
you have to kill
leaders.
the three cartel people. Yeah. So there's this one option that you can do where this guy will be feeding this hippopotamus that he owns, and while he's feeding the hippo, you can fucking he's on a bridge that's over top of this lake, and he's like throwing watermelons or some shit into the hippo's mouth. And while he's doing that, you can sneak up behind him and push him over the rail, and he'll land in the hippo's mouth, and the hippo will fucking eat him whole.
Damn. What I did for that one is I disguised myself as the tattoo artist.
I did that the first time,
Yeah.
and then
That one.
stab him in the neck. Yeah,
Yeah. It's just like and like in that moment you're like, oh shit, they're watching, I can't do anything, so you'll just continue tattooing him, and eventually you'll
yeah,
be like, yo, okay, I need to be more comfortable, guys, can you get out? So as soon as they close the door, I jab it in his neck and I run for it. Like
yeah,
that game's crazy. It doesn't shy away either. I found it a lot more brutal than I thought it would be.
yeah.
did you ever play
Friggin',
did you ever play Sleeping Dogs?
uh, I think when it first came out, I got my hands on it and I played a little bit of it, but I never really like got super deep into it.
I
I
love the
never really played
I,
it, you know.
I love the combat in that game. It's pretty
That's the
sick.
one. Sleeping Dogs is the one with that. It's like these two guys, and one of them is like this skinny dude that has like he's bald on the top, but he has really long hair. Or am I
The,
thinking of something
you
else?
might be thinking about something else. Uh, but yeah, like you're like an undercover agent, not an agent.
Hmm.
What's
No, Sleeping Dogs. You're the Asian guy. You're like an
yeah,
Asian cop or
yeah,
something.
Asian cop, yeah, and then it's
Yeah,
like the martial arts in that game. It's just like doing the combos. You get like a 5 hit combo, and then hold on the last one. You'll do like some fucking jump and shit. It'd be like, oh, so satisfying.
yeah,
It's like you can like the thing I love about that game is the environment. It's like you can grab somebody, bring them to a car, and then bash their brains in with a car door. It's
yeah.
like I love it. It's so fun. It has a good story
Freaking.
too.
Have you ever heard of this movie called The Warriors?
The Warriors. That's a very generic name, but I think so.
It. Well, I'm pretty sure that it's the only movie that has it. I mean, there's names similar to it, but so The Warriors, it came out in 1972, and it was like this. It became a cult classic, and I'm one of those cultists. I love everything about it. It's about this New York gang called the Warriors that ends up getting pinned for the murder of this high-ranking gang leader that is he runs the most powerful gang in all of New York, and they get pinned for his murder, and they're somewhere. I think they're like on the other side of New York or some shit, and they have to get back to Coney Island, which is their turf, and it's just kind of like all the shit that goes down while they're trying to get back to Coney Island, and like a lot of them end up dying, a lot of them end up getting arrested, this, that, and the other. But in 2006, Rockstar made a video game based on that movie, and in my opinion, or personally, it's my number one video game ever. Like it is my that I have played that video game probably.
What's it called?
It's called Warriors. It has the same name. It's
Warriors?
just yeah, The Warriors. And it's like these dudes that have like these maroon vests. Like that's their like uh their gang sign or whatever. Like they wear these vests. And the thing about the movie, it's not like gangs that you think of today where they wear, a bandana or some shit.
Yeah.
Like each gang in the movie had like their own thing about them. Like there was the hi hats, and they all dressed like mimes. Um, there was the Jones Street Boys that dressed like punks. There was the Turnbulls, which I'm pretty sure the Turnbulls were just a bunch of skinheads. Like literally, they were all bald. That was one of the stipulations for being a Turnbull. Um, and then there was who else was there? There was the Furies, I think they were called, the baseball Furies, and they all dressed up in baseball uniforms and had like face paint. There was the Lizzies, which was literally an all lesbian gang. And that was the thing. Like they all had their own their own way of identifying them. But it wasn't
Yeah,
just like a do rag or not a do rag, a fucking
like a
a
cholo and
handkerchief.
a bandana.
Yeah, like a bandana. That's what I was thinking of. It wasn't just a red bandana or a blue bandana. Like their whole outfit identified them as one of these gang members or whatever. And the Warriors was just a simple vest. It was a maroon vest that had it
S-
had like this
s-
skull with wings on it.
Okay.
And yeah, but the movie is definitely a cult classic. I'm not going to pretend that it's the best movie in the world because it's not. I love it because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
But the video game is really good because it adds on to the story of the movie. Like the beginning of the video game is 3 months prior to the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of like video game movies and stuff, it's like the Last of Us TV show. It's like it just got delayed to 2023. I don't know if you've seen that,
Yeah,
but that sucks.
I
Like I'm really looking forward to that. Like we
I'm very hesitant about it.
yeah, that's what you mentioned last time. That was
Yeah.
I
It's
fe-
just I don't know. It's
apparently they're gonna add on to the story. So I'm just like, you guys better watch your footing. Be
But
very
they're gonna have
fucking
Joel.
careful.
How are you gonna add on to the story when you? I mean, unless they start the story between the events of The Last of Us Part One and Part Two, like where maybe Ellie grows up some more or some shit. Like I could see that happening, but then they're gonna have to go if they want to continue it after they catch up. They're gonna have to just basically rehash the entire plot of the second game, and then are they going to do something after that? I mean, it kind of seems, in my opinion, I think Ellie is finally had her happily ever after.
Yeah, see,
She,
I disagree with that.
I don't know. I feel like that's what happened after she got back to
Back to the home.
oh, yeah, what was the fucking town called? Not Jamestown,
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah. Um, I think in my mind, she went back to Jackson. Fucking Deanna or Dina was real fucking mad at her and gave her the cold shoulder for a while, but eventually she kind of just gave in and was like, okay, like Ellie told her, like, I'm really back this time. Like, there's,
Yeah, see, let's just like I think they did that really well with her PTSD. As soon as like you're done playing as Abby and you're like with Ellie and Dina and the
yeah.
kid. Speaking of which, that kid JJ, like if they're gonna do something in the future, I hope they do it with JJ. It's
See, I
just
hope they do it with new characters entirely. I hope it's characters on the other side of the fucking, like, maybe even somewhere else in the world, like not even just America. I was thinking maybe like have a character or have some sort of story that goes on in like New York, or Florida or Chicago or some
or
shit.
maybe even like
But
in Egypt.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking set it in France. Set it in
See,
fucking Russia.
but
Dude,
I don't think
The
they're gonna.
Last of Us or well, Russia would probably not be great because they'd all be frozen. But I don't know. I think
That
it could
would be
still
pretty
be
cool
bad.
though. I think that would pretty be. I think that'd be badass.
Yeah.
Play
Or
as like
imagine, no, dude, imagine the chaos of like it being in like Hong Kong, or India, where the population density is just insanely high.
yeah.
I
Um,
think that could be.
I don't think there's a likelihood of them doing that because The Last of Us has always been about the characters we know. They could do that, and I think, and I don't. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I think they're either gonna do okay, so hear me out. I think they could do The Last of Us 3 as a prequel to between Sarah's death and when the game starts 20 years later.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
because it's 20 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that would be the perfect slot to
Oh,
bring back
also,
the fans, like the fans that left The Last of Us
really
because of
down.
the
Oh,
second one. Because of the second one, I feel like they could do a third one about when Tommy and Joel are fighting for their life to survive, and you'd play as a younger Joel. Like put the gameplay because like
and
in the
have him
first
go
Last of
through
Us.
the PTSD of losing Sarah.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
like what I'm trying to say is like put the gameplay back to younger Joel because like in the first Last of Us, he's in his like mid 40s. He's pretty busty. He's not really agile. He can't really jump. You could do that with a younger Joel. Is like,
Well, I think when the game first started, Joel was. I mean, he had to have at least been in his 30s, right?
I
Maybe he
think I
was
think
late.
it
I don't think he was late 20s.
because in The Last of Us Part Two, that only takes place 4 years after the original game. And it's just like
Yeah.
he's already pretty old looking. Like he's in his 50s at
See. I'm
least.
gonna look it up real quick. How old? Or wait, I gotta go to Google. I'm gonna look this up and then let my dog out.
That's
How
all good.
old was Joel in the beginning of The Last of Us?
Oh, you mean in the very beginning when Sarah dies?
Yeah. The sequel. No, not the sequel. How old is Joel in The Last of Us 1? So Joel is in his late 40s during the events of The Last of Us 1. It is not specified exactly how old he is, but his date of birth is the 26th of September, early to mid 1980s. So, yeah,
He's
he was probably, it was 2013, so let's say he was born in 1980. He was 33.
there. So 33. When Sarah dies.
Yeah, and then so
Tw-
20 years later, so he was 53 when the events of The Last of Us Part 1 take place. So
yeah.
then he's 50, he's
7
50, let's say 57 or 58.
in Part Two. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So yeah,
All
like
right.
you could
I'm
do.
listening. I'm just going to let my dog out.
Yeah, yeah, like you can do an entire game about how Tommy and Joel struggled, like because if you remember, they were in the Fireflies, so they could do stuff with that, like bring back the game or bring it forward and make JJ like an 18-year-old kid, you know?
So, did you hear about what they changed with the Last of Us show?
No, I haven't been following too
So,
much.
the uh the Last of Us show, they actually the outbreak started in like 2002 on the show.
On the show.
When did, yeah, hold on. When did the outbreak happen in the Last of Us show?
In the game, it's 2013.
Yeah, in the game it's 2013, but I'm pretty sure I read something uh
Yo, shit.
about about the TV show. Yeah, so it looks like the Last of Us TV series will be altering its outbreak day from 2013 to 10 years previously. So the outbreak day happens in 2003 on the show.
Damn. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. That's probably gonna be a risky thing to do, though. Like, don't you think?
Yeah, and like I said, that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm not
Apparently,
really.
like one of the producers on the show, when he saw the first human in like dressed up as a clicker, he said he was
Mhm.
blown away. He says it looks like so damn accurate. So like at least the zombies are gonna be very accurate. I imagine.
Yeah.
Like they
It
probably
would
have
be
to sit in
interesting to
those,
see something like a Rat King on the
right,
show.
right. Just
I
have
don't know
some.
if they'll do that, but
It would. I mean, it would obviously be CGI'd, but like if they did
but
if they did it practically, which they could do, like that would be,
it'd have to be a puppet.
yeah. I I imagine that'd be pretty
Like,
sick though.
yeah, it could be if they could get the puppetry down right, or if they did CGI and it was I mean, it's supposed to be on what, HBO Max.
Mhm.
So HBO, I don't think that HBO Max is gonna have a problem with the budget, especially since it's Naughty Dog. Like they have, I'm guarantee you the budget for this show is through the roof.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. Like that
um,
franchise alone is worth hundreds of millions. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Speaking of HBO, oh sorry, if you were gonna continue, my bad.
oh no, I was just gonna say like, I'm just very hesitant about the show because it's like I don't like we kind of already have a timeline and it's already been proven that they're fucking with that timeline. So it's
Yeah,
like what else are they fucking with? How's the show going to start? Because Ellie's in the show, you know. Who I mean, are they going to start it? Are they just going to go through the first game? Because
yeah,
in my opinion, the games are movies in themselves. They're
pretty
interactive
much.
movies. Like They're interact. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that The Last of Us had the best gameplay. Like it has its moments where it's clunky,
Oh
but
yeah, oh yeah,
its gameplay is good enough, and the story is so compelling that it's worth it. You know?
for sure. Yeah, as I was saying, HBO Max always delivers on good stories. Like if they make a show, HBO is like the king of stories. Like, have you ever seen Boardwalk Empire?
I've heard of it. I've never watched it though.
Shit, bro, that show has my favorite character of all time. His name is Richard Harrow.
Mm.
He's like a World War I vet, and basically he gets half of his face blown off. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Um, if this works this time. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna open a separate tab. But there's this dude. He gets half his face blown off, and when he comes into the show, which is like it's not the first episode. Uh, his character is fucking incredible. What they do with his character is honestly mind blowing. All right, so I have it set up here, and then oh no, that's the wrong one. I can share my screen. There you go. All right, can you see
Oh
that?
wow, look, your camera still on. That's actually pretty. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like this dude right here.
Yeah.
Um, like I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you haven't seen the show, I highly recommend it. Like especially his character arc. Like it's fucking beautiful. Cause he's like
Yeah, I'll probably check it out after I finish Euphoria.
yeah. Sorry. Let me stop. All right. Shit. What? Okay. Yeah. It's just like he's a very quiet dude, and like he's never had like love, right? Like he's never had a
Yeah.
lady because of his face, right? It's just like it's the it's the quiet moments where he shines the most, if that makes any sense. Like what he does
No, yeah,
is
absolutely.
he opens magazines, right? And like this show is based in the 1920s, right? So magazines are a big thing, and he'll see these pictures of families, and then he'll take a scissor and cut out that piece and put it in his notebook. It's like he's got a huge notebook filled of the things he wants, but he knows he can't have. It's just like
Mhm.
it's really sad and depressing, but his actor, I forget his name, but the dude who plays Richard
I
Harrow is
recognize the
honestly
actor.
incredible. He's so good, like easily the best
Have you
acting
ever
I've ever seen.
have you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Oh, dude, I love Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders season 6 is coming out
Dude,
next week.
yeah, and it's not gonna have the aunt anymore because she died in real life.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. That
I'm
sucks, man.
fucking bummed about that, bro. I really hope that they give her a good farewell. Like I hope they dedicate like a decent sized chunk of the episode to like her, or maybe they include it. Maybe somehow she got killed between the fifth and the sixth season or something, and there's like a big arc with that. But yeah, I was pretty bummed to hear that.
Yeah,
Um,
Killian Murphy always
but
nails
it's
it.
funny because the first time that I watched that show, I only got to like the third episode and I fell off of it. I was like, this doesn't really interest me. And then I ended up watching a scene on TikTok or something from it, and it interested me in the show again. So I was like, you know what? I'll put it on and I'll just let it run. And if I'm playing on my phone or whatever, then whatever. And I ended up letting it play. And by the time it got to like the fourth, fifth, sixth episode, I was like in it. Like I was like, okay, caught
Which
my
one?
attention,
Which
and I
one?
binged the shit out of it. I ended up, huh?
Which show or what?
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up getting really into it, and I caught up in it. I caught up on it within like a week or two. And dude, like you're all caught up on it, right?
Yeah. I love Tom Hardy's character in that show. Like, you know Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah, yeah,
way
yeah.